Japanese publisher Itten releases titles that are as much interactive art exhibit as they are games, such as Stonehenge and the Sun, Here Comes the Dog, and Tokyo Highway. In 2021, it introduced a new line of games called the Funbrick Series, with each game being a brick of fun you can take with you. This series has to date been available only in Japan, but Itten plans to come to Spiel 22 to demo these titles, some of the titles in the line, ahead of a Kickstarter that will make the games more generally available. Here, I can give you a short overview of Viking See-Saw by Reiner Knizia to give you a sample of what you'll find inside. Each title in the Funbrick series has a pull-out drawer with catalog for other games and rules, currently available only in Japanese, and the components. Viking See-Saw has a Viking ship that tilts from one side to the other. That is the seesaw. You want to hoist the flag, load each cabin on the ship with 3 crates, put another crate on the downward side, and then divide the components evenly among the players. So in a 2-player game, you get 2 of these gems, you get 2 cannonballs, you need the elastics to keep the round things from sliding away. There's that. There's this for the other side. And you are trying to get rid of all your components by placing them on the ship. On a turn, you're going to choose one of the items in your collection, your choice, put it on the raised side of the ship, and if the ship does not tilt, great, you're done. Now the next player goes, they put something in. If the ship does tilt, you just leave the things there and you take a crate from the raised side. And now you have one more thing to get rid of. So the next player goes, because this player messed up, this player goes, well, it's got gold here. I can probably put gold. This player may decide, can I put a second gold? Maybe they don't want to risk that. They're going to put a Viking. And you're going to keep taking turns. Now, you keep going until either one person gets rid of all their stuff. You can only place on the deck. You can never place in the cabin. If something falls in the cabin, you have to pick it out, move it back in the deck. Let's say, sure, let's do this. Maybe this player does this. You can try to balance things on top. Oh, I barely even touched it. If it tilts, you still get to put your thing on there. If something falls off when you're trying to place. So, for example, if I am trying to put gold in here and then I knock this Viking out, then I have to add the Viking to my collection of things to get rid of. Here. I put gem. You're trying to set up things for the next player to make it difficult. Just knock it very easily. Can't take that one. That is not in the cabin. Now the game ends either when all the crates are out. When that happens, the game ends immediately, and whoever has fewer items wins. If someone places all their items, they have no cargo remaining, they win. If there's a tie for the number of items, well then all you have to do is dump off the ship and then load all the items on and see who has more stuff. Because this itself is its own balancing mechanism. This player wins. I've played Viking See-Saw twice so far, both games being 2 players and both ending with us running out of crates on the ship, which I can understand because in a 2-player game you have twice as many components as you do in a 3 or 4-player game. So if you start with half the number of components, yes, it's more likely that you are going to win a game by placing them all on the ship. You'll just have to be careful with what you do, not knock anything off to add it to your own cargo, and hope that someone else messes up. If the other players are the ones making it tilt, they get the crates, they get things that fall off. You can just carefully put things on one at a time, avoid all trouble, and you'll win. That's not going to happen with 2 people. You're just trying to set up something so that hopefully the other player knocks it over, gets it right to that point where anything they put on there is going to fall over. You got the round things, you got Vikings, you got the gems, you got all these different size and weighted things to worry about as you're trying to place them on the ship. And you see I cannot even hold an empty box upright. Doomed to failure. That's what I am in this game.